Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers edge rusher Chris Braswell and if he can show some improvement in year number 2. Because, in my opinion, in the rookie season of Braswell, for a second round pick coming out of the 2024 NFL Draft, I didn't see enough from Braswell. Okay, now I will argue that a chunk of that is not his fault. In fact, I think a pretty significant amount is not his fault. He only played in 29% of defensive snaps last year. Now, he did play in all 17 games. He wasn't inactive for any games. That's a positive, right? But he did only have 1.5 sacks. He did have 1 forced fumble, which is good, 8 quarterback hits, and 8 combined tackles. You take a look at the advanced stats, and he was blitzed 22 times last year. He had 5 quarterback hurries, 5 quarterback knockdowns, 12 pressures. So there is stuff there where you say, okay, the advanced metrics seem interesting. Let's see what Braswell could do if he has more snaps. And we've heard Todd Bowles talk about it. We've heard Jason Light talk about it. There's been a good amount of discussion around Braswell this offseason, but the Bucs did sign Hassan Reddick. They did bring back Anthony Nelson. They did draft David Walker out of Central Arkansas. I'll talk about him in a separate video. So there's a lot of competition there for edge rushing snaps with Chris Braswell, okay? I don't necessarily know where Braswell will be in terms of the pecking order because you assume your number 1 and number 2 edge rushers are going to be Hassan Reddick and Yaya Diaby. After that, who's going to be number 3? Is it going to be Chris Braswell? Is it going to be Anthony Nelson? Is it going to be maybe a guy like David Walker? We don't know, right? That's going to be an interesting battle to pay attention to. I think on paper, at least today, you could pencil in Braswell as that number 3 guy, but it's not a guarantee, right? That's why we need to see Braswell go out there and do a lot of good work, live up to some of that hype that he has been getting this offseason so far, right? Because taking a pass rusher with a second round pick is a big deal, right? You hope that there is going to be production at that level of investment, okay? We've had situations where the Buccaneers have gotten very fortunate and have gotten very solid production out of third round pick Yaya Diaby, fourth round pick Anthony Nelson, hopefully fourth round pick David Walker, but we've also seen them miss a little bit and not get as much production as probably wanted out of Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, former first round pick. I know he was at the end of the first round, so first, second round pick, whatever you want to see it. So I think that it's understandable both sides of the coin, right? To say, hey, Braswell didn't get a lot of opportunities in year number 1. With more snaps should come more production in year number 2. I agree with that. But I also understand people who are worried, who say, hey, we just got, a lot of mediocre production from JTS whenever he was with the Bucs. Could we see a similar thing with Chris Braswell? I understand why there is that hesitation, why there is that worry, because there has been some recent burnage there from the JTS thing, okay? So it definitely still is a wait and see type of situation with Braswell. I'm still of the belief that if we do, and we certainly will, see him play more than 29% of the defensive snaps in year number 2, we should see that production increase. We should see more than 1.5 sacks. We should see those advanced numbers like hurries and quarterback knockdowns and pressures and things along those lines increase as well. Honestly, for me, given all the circumstances, is if Braswell goes out there and gets 5 sacks in year number 2, that is a good floor, in my opinion. Like anything 5 sacks or above, I'm satisfied with regarding Chris Braswell, considering the top sack guy last year for the Bucs in terms of edge rushers was Yaya Diaby with 4.5, or 5 is a pretty solid second season for Braswell, right? If he gets 4, it's fine, right? I would say 4 is the absolute floor of probably what you want to see out of Braswell. Anything below that, and not necessarily the best second season, but anything above 4 or above, is pretty, like 4 to 5, you're like, yeah, that's a solid second season. 5, 6 plus, you're like, dang, okay, dude had a pretty good second year, in my opinion. So, what do you guys think about Chris Braswell? What are your expectations for him in year number 2? Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about it down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.